make them my friends and I tease them with the money. They'll be my friends more often also. Yeah, we have all this. We be rich. We'll be going around teasing women and stuff. Yeah, selling candy, getting money. Just selling candy, getting money, making the greenbacks.
Hello, chat. Hello, good evening. And we're here for another Dingus Discussions. We're here to talk about a special topic, another fun topic. Kind of like how we talked about, how video games are art and shit. It's gonna be a similar discussion, except this time it's about anime. But we're not gonna talk about whether or not anime is art or not. I'm pretty sure most people are, well accepting of anime as an art form, despite what certain detractors will say. No, what we're gonna talk about is essentially what is anime. Like how do you identify what anime is? How do we identify what anime is? Is it the art style? Is it based on the fact of, or is it based on like its country of origin, or the culture and the culture that comes from the country of origin and what goes into it? Is it based solely on the studio that makes it and its location? Is it the tropes that we find in these shows? What makes an anime an anime? And is it possible? Is it possible for countries outside of East Asia to make anime? And the reason why I say East Asia and not just Japan is because it seems like to me, it seems like people are more accepting of calling anything made by Koreans and Chinese anime. Which I find interesting because it used to be a hard line, no, only Japan can make anime. It has to be made in Japan, by the Japanese, for the Japanese, and that made anime. But then you have weird instances of like shows not made by the Japanese, not made for the Japanese audience, that look and kind of feel very much like anime. And it's like, well, wouldn't this technically count? You know, shows like Code Lyoko or The Boondocks or fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender. I know on Twitter and Minds, I posted 4 pictures. I posted the 3 shows that I mentioned, and I even posted King of the Hill. Because even though King of the Hill was is definitely made for an American audience, and does not have an anime art style at all, you cannot tell me that King of the Hill is not a slice of life show. It's an American slice of life cartoon. I mean, you could also say it's comedy, but to be fair, even in anime, a lot of like anime that are slice of life also tend to be comedies too. So I wouldn't argue that, like, just simply being a just saying it's a comedy doesn't do it justice. Like, King of the Hill is most definitely a slice of life cartoon. But is it anime? And also, hello there, Sledge. Hold me back if I start rambling about the influence of anime / Japan on 90s US culture. This topic is so meaningful. Exactly. And that's the thing too, chat. Even if you make the argument that, anime at its core has like Japanese culture in it, and that's what makes it anime, you know what? That's a fair argument. But because if that's the case, it's like, well, if other people outside of Japan start watching it, they might start getting influenced by it. I mean, hell, you can see this influence in a lot of artists' art style today who are in the West. Think of like one of your favorite artists on like Twitter, chat. They all have anime-ish art styles. They might, throw their own twist onto it and make it maybe a little bit more cartoony, but there's still like an anime influence with how they draw the characters and whatnot. Like, the influence of anime is so strong that you could make the argument that, well, now the West is essentially making their own versions of what they believe anime to be. Like, I don't think it would be logical to look at these, you know, art style and say that this is not anime. But then you want to cope and say it's anime inspired? Yeah, it's anime inspired, and they tried to make their own anime, it became anime. Just because they're not Japanese doesn't make it anime, you know? But what do you think, chat? How would you define anime? I'm curious to know what everyone's definition or their requirements for an anime to be an anime is. Also, finally, I got Rumble up. Sorry, Rumble. Anyway, hello there, Pizza Parker, and hello there, Hero. Hero says, I think it has to be Japanese to be anime, but it can be called anime style if it's in the same sounds while not coming from Japan. The name itself was also seen as a portmanteau as a Japanimation, Japan plus animation. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, Hero. Obviously, when we say anime, in the Western context, we mean typically animation from Japan. That's typically what anime means to us here in the West. However, if you speak to the Japanese will say that, you know, even our cartoons are anime. Because to them, anime is just their word for animation. Just their quick, you know, word for animation. But obviously, you know, Western cartoons and Japanese animation are very different in terms of style and also sometimes in terms of themes that are being explored. But I'm trying to get to the bottom of what makes anime anime. Is it truly just based on like where it came from and the culture that influences it? Or maybe it's the tropes that are inside of it. Or is it the style? Is it the style though? Yeah, it's just a shortened word, but we don't use the same language. That's true. But what makes anime anime? We gotta figure this out, chat. Because if you point at shows like some of the shows I already mentioned before, like Code Lyoko, Boondocks, and Last Airbender, you can make some decent arguments that, you know, it's anime. Like the US uses some French words that mean something different in French. That's also true. That's also true, you know, similar words in different languages can mean different things. Even though, you know, the one language took another word from the other. That's also very true. That's why I always say, you know, the Western context of anime is this. Because obviously when we say anime, we clearly mean, you know, animations from Japan specifically. But as I mentioned early on in the stream, Korean anime exists. Korean manga Korean manga, better known as manhwa, exists. And people seem to tend to lump that in with Japanese manga or even Japanese anime. Why is that? Why is that? Because we don't call Korean animations Korean cartoons. We call it Korean anime. Why is that? Why do we call Korean cartoons Korean anime? So clearly, it's not just the fact that it comes from Japan. It's the stylings. Yeah, I do think the style is definitely very important. But if you have an anime style, if you have an anime style, but you don't necessarily have that sort of Japanese culture that you would typically find in an anime, is it still anime? Then again, if Koreans put their own culture into anime, is that still anime? Even if they follow similar tropes. I'm kind of going with the philosophy of like, what is anime this one specific thing, or is it a culmination of multiple things? Is it the art style? Is it the culture? The tropes? Or is it all of them all at once? Because is it not possible that a country in the West could technically, theoretically, have the stylings of anime, but then, you know, have, you know, Japanese culture also into it, but also their own Western culture into it, have a mixed bag, and also that can be anime. Like, what's the definitive line? Like, what's the definitive definition of what anime is? Also, give me a second here, chat. Let me, I was rambling there. I forgot to put my pop-out chat for Rumble into OBS so I can see what Rumble's saying better. Because Sledge is saying something and I don't want to ignore him. So let me just do this so that way I can see everyone's chats right now. Give me a second here. And Sledge was talking a lot, so let me read what he was saying, even though you can see it on screen. Also, let me just... There we go. Traditionally made in Japan, although now it's split between kawaii chibi look or the shonen / other human model look. I mean, to say not geometric rubber hose. And definitely not beam mouth. No, fuck beam mouth. we don't care about beam mouth over here. we don't care about Cal Arts over here. Cal Arts is we'll call it Cancer Arts. It's Cancer Arts. Let's see here. Hero is saying the art styles are similar and have a ton of overlap. How different does a cartoon have to be from anime before it's no longer in the anime styling? People say that Last Airbender is an anime styling, but I see it as a middle ground / hybrid. You know, that's a fair thing to say. I mean, when I see Avatar, here's the thing. Maybe it's because we know the distinction between, like, you know, Western cartoons and, you know, anime. The anime styling of Avatar: The Last Airbender really stands out to us. Like, we can recognize the influence of anime onto a show like Avatar: The Last Airbender. But my question is, even though the style is not completely anime, is it anime enough to be considered anime? Because actually, as a matter of fact, you just reminded me, Hero. I'm pretty sure everyone here might be familiar with the YouTuber, The Anime Man. Which, if you're not, The Anime Man, I guess to give him a quick TLDR, he's a YouTuber who talks about anime. He also goes by, you know, his real name, Joey Bazinger. And on his second YouTube channel, he had a very interesting topic, which was actually related to the topic we're talking about right now, about what makes anime anime. And there is a new show about the series Scott Pilgrim, and apparently I think he was complaining that on, I think Crunchyroll or no, it was Netflix. I think it was Netflix. I think he was complaining how, like, even though Scott Pilgrim, which is a Western, it's a Western franchise, but they got a Japanese studio to animate it in an anime style. Well, not an anime. Well, you get what I mean. It's animated in a way anime is animated, if you know what I mean. So does that not make it anime? And apparently Netflix disagreed. Goddamn, I can't speak today. Apparently Netflix disagreed and said it's not anime, even though it has that anime sort of like movement to it. So does that not make it anime? Like, what's the definite anime part about it? Also, people say, hold on, since I go by the definition that it must be Japanese, then it doesn't qualify from my point of view, obviously. But I did just say that I consider having anime styling. That's how I avoid the whole problem of definition 2 separating anime from anime styles. It borrows anime techniques. I mean, that's... Yeah, but there lies the problem, Hero. By saying that it's anime styled, what? So are you on the team of, because it has to come from Japan or it has to be Japanese, therefore it can't be anime? Or actually, here's a better question. Does the franchise have to be created by a Japanese person, or does it have to come from the country of Japan? Like, what's the line here? Like, let's say, for example, let's say there's a Japanese person who was born in the West. Well, let's say, like, this person's parents are, like, you know, completely Japanese. This person's parents were from Japan, and they migrated over to whatever Western country. And this Japanese-born person of a Western country decides, you know what, I want to get into animation. And they, you know, they start creating their own stuff, their own content, we'll say. Let's say it's a manga. They make their own manga. And then, you know, they decide to outsource, you know, getting like an anime made to Japan or whatever studio. Does that make an anime? Even though, on a technicality, this person, while ethnically Japanese, is not from Japan, but he has some of the culture from his parents. Like, what's the bottom line that makes an anime an anime? Would you say that this person's not Japanese anymore, even though he's ethnically Japanese? Do you have to be a person living in Japan in order to make anime? And also, what about the reverse? What if you're not ethnically Japanese, but you were... I don't think that blurred line needs to be blurred. See, I think that's where you're wrong here. I think that line definitely needs to be unblurred. Because that's where it starts to get into the technical, the weird technical shit. Like, what exactly makes it anime? That's why I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Because you said anime style, but is anime just the look of it? Because if anime is just the look of it, many things fall outside the norm. That doesn't change the norm. Yeah, but Hero, you understand. What is the norm? Or more specifically, not what is the norm, what about the norm makes it the norm, is essentially what I'm saying. Is it the country of origin? The style of the product? Is it the... what's the word I'm looking for? Is it just the culture that the product hails from? What is the definite thing that makes it anime? Like, can you have one piece of the whole gone from the whole and that can still make it anime? Is anime only possible when it's a Japanese person in Japan making the product for a Japanese audience? So your real question is it anime if Japanese studios make animation in Western stylings? I mean, that's one question. That's one question. Because keep in mind, Hero, I'm trying to figure out what's the definitive thing that makes an anime an anime. Because here's the thing. Is it the animation studio? Like, if it's like a well-known animation studio from Japan that makes anime, if they make anything, does that make anime? Because Boondocks was made in Studio Madhouse. Does that make it anime, even though it's not, you know, not Japanese made, or at least it doesn't have a Japanese creator, but it's made by a Japanese studio and has a Japanese art style, or rather an anime art style, to be more precise. Even though the culture that's inside of Boondocks is definitely not Japanese. Does that still make it anime? Or would you just call it American anime? And also, Sledge is saying, reverse curveball. What about Panty and Stocking? The creator was inspired by Drawn Together, and the dog character clearly takes inspiration from Invader Zim. Exactly. So does that make an anime? Even though, like we see Panty and Stocking, we know, we say that it's anime. We say that it's anime, even though the style is clearly not of your typical anime. It's very, very Western cartoon. Like I said, for Airbender, it's a hybrid. Okay, even if you call it a hybrid, is it still an anime? Because by this logic, Hero, Then, Tezuka. Fuck, I always forget his first name. Hold on, Tezuka. You know, the creator of Astro Boy / Atom, the Mighty Atom. Tezuka. Osamu, that was it. Osamu Tezuka. Osamu Tezuka is literally the grandfather of all anime. And he was inspired by Disney cartoons. Disney animations, which are Western. So by this logic, wouldn't technically all anime in itself be a hybrid of Western art? Like, Tezuka literally watched, you know, Disney shit, as well as Fleischer cartoons, got inspiration from it, and made his own thing. Like, obviously, it wasn't like a one-to-one... Obviously, it wasn't like a one-to-one, you know, copy of the style. He, like I said, he put his own spin on it. But we call that anime, even though Tezuka's art style, while definitely different from Disney, you can kind of see the Disney kind of cartoonish, like, inspiration from it. Wait, hold on. Animation yes, anime no. Wait, are you talking about panty and stocking, or are you talking about something else? Because keep in mind, I'm, like, going off, and I don't know what you're exactly responding to. Now, don't get me wrong here. I'm not saying that your definition of what anime is wrong. I'm just trying to get to, like, the bottom of, like, can every person who might disagree with you come to, like, a universal understanding? Because, like, if we see anime, we know anime, right? If we see anime, we know it's anime. But there are some weird scenarios where we see a thing that looks like anime, but one person will say it's anime, and the other person will say, well, it's not. And I just want to know why that is. What matters the most? What matters the most about an anime? Is it the art style, the culture, the studio that makes it? Like, what is the bottom line here? Actually, let me look at your definition of anime again. Because here's the thing, Hero. The Japanese animation thing is the definition of anime right now. Who knows? That could probably change. Especially if we continue to have these artists with their own anime styles that will soon make their own shows. Because just like I said with the Tezuka thing, Tezuka was inspired by, you know, well-known Western animation studios. And then he made his own thing. And then now, in today's world, Westerners are inspired by Japanese animation. And now they're essentially making their own thing. Is that anime? Maybe not. But it's clearly some type of... What's the word I'm looking for? It's clearly some type of... Not amalgamation, but what's the word I'm looking for? I had a word in my head that I can't think of right now. Essentially what I'm trying to say is everything is connected. Anime was inspired by something that was Western, and now we have this new type of style of cartoon that's definitely inspired by what was, you know, Eastern. I do agree that my definition will probably fall out of popular usage over time. It's already started. Exactly. That's the thing, right? Like, the definition of how we identify anime is definitely changing just because of the influence of anime nowadays. You know what else confuses it? Transformers G1 and TMNT G1 being outsourced to Asian companies. That's true. Wait, Transformers G1. Is that Transformers Armada? Or am I thinking of something else? What does the G1 mean? Hold on. Transformers G1. Because I do remember there being a Transformers anime. Speaking of which, chat, my first introduction to Transformers... Okay, the 80s, okay. My first introduction to Transformers was Transformers Armada, and Transformers Armada is an anime. That is That is 100% an anime. Hold on, Transformers Armada. So I guess to ask you this question, Hero. So Transformers is an American franchise, right? It's a franchise made in the West. And well, they hired Japanese studios to make themselves an animation. And the style of animation and how, like, you know, it moves and whatnot is definitely anime. Like, there's no, like, American, like, kind of art style to any of the Transformers. So is that an anime? Like, that's a genuine question. Now, because clearly I look at the show and I'm just like, this is clearly anime, but maybe you might disagree, because the franchise itself wasn't necessarily made by a Japanese person. But the animation, like the story writing, the franchise, the characters are all American. But the animation was made in Japan. They outsourced it to Japan. So is this anime? I don't know much about the influence of anime itself or how people decide to use the language, or probably the combination of both. Modern neologisms are usually more about convenience than logic, in my opinion, but I'm a linguistic cynic. You know what? That's fair, Hero. That's fair. Always be a cynic about the words you use. Especially nowadays, when you have goddamn postmodernists trying to redefine every goddamn thing, so that way they can win arguments, which is disgusting. But that's a topic for another time. Not to mention, Rankin/Bass outsourcing, Rudolph to Japan, no bullshit. Yeah, I mean, fun fact, Sledge, even, actually, I'm pretty sure, wait, Sledge, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Batman the animated series also outsourced to Japan? I'm pretty sure it was. And we don't look at Batman the animated series as an anime, but Batman the animated series has a pretty good animation. It has pretty good animation, and it was done by an anime studio. So, actually, hold on, let me confirm that. Let me look that up real quick. Hold on. Batman the animated series. Hold on. I also think Batman Beyond also had the same treatment too. Hold on. Batman the animated series. Who animated that shit? I have more questions than answers. Exactly. This is why I made it a topic, Hero. That's exactly why I made it a topic. And I'm trying to get to the core of this topic. What the fuck is an anime anymore? Oh man. Okay, so in terms of studio for Batman, okay, it was produced by Warner Bros. Animation. No, it was produced by Warner Bros. Animation, but it wasn't made by Warner Bros. Animation. Because they definitely outsourced some shit. Hold on. Or maybe I'm just wrong and they never did and they just made this completely by themselves. Hold on. Actually, I might be wrong. Never mind. Wait. Nope. Hold on. I'm seeing some shit here. Okay, no, they definitely did. Okay, they definitely did. Okay, so we have a bunch of hands working on Batman here. We have a studio called Spectrum Animation, which is an anime studio in Japan. We have Sunrise. Sunrise, you know, Bandai Namco, they got their shit, they got their hands on Batman. We got, you know, Tokyo Movie Shinsha, Dongyang Animation, Coco Enterprises, which is South Korean, ACOM, or ACOM, which is also South Korean, and we got Jade Animation, which is based in Hong Kong. Oh my god. We got so Batman was all over East Asia. Batman was all over East Asia when it comes to animation. Hold on. I thought it was just Japan or Korea, but no, they got some China in there too. So wait, does that make Batman anime? No, it's not an anime. But then again, chat, what makes an anime an anime? That's the question of the day. Can a country outside of East Asia make anime? Because even though, Batman is, an American IP, they had to go to East Asian countries to make the animation for what they wanted. Does that make it anime? Oh my god. Me trying not to nerd out and ramble about Kappa Mikey. Oh my god, Kappa Mikey. I remember that show. The kaiju / Gundam references and stuff like Pop-Up Girl, Dexter's Lab, and everything in Samurai Jack. Yeah. Yeah, the influence is definitely strong, Sledge. Like, even... And what's funny, chat? What's funny, Sledge, that you mentioned it? Like, those shows you mentioned, Pop-Up Girl, Dexter's Lab, Samurai Jack, we can clearly look at those and say that those are not anime. But the influence that anime has had on them is undeniable. Like, they're obviously not anime, like, to a point to where you could confuse them for anime. But you would be surprised, like, I would be surprised to say that, like, there was no anime inspiration at all. And I remember all those references, too, that you're talking about, because I watched those cartoons. I thought the DBZ reference in Kiss Next Door was funny with number 4, and the Delightful Kids were like Frieza. That was pretty funny. No, for real though, the 90s changed everything from the boom, even in the studios, yep. Actually, now that I think about it, there were a lot of 90s shit that just had very, like, smooth style to it. And I'm not even talking about Disney either. Here's a semantic examination of what could be wrong with my own definition. If I'm saying it has to originate from Japan, couldn't you say that styling originates from Japan, no matter where it's created? I mean, you could say that, Hero. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, I thought my model broke, but anyway. Yeah, that's the thing, Hero, but like I said, Tezuka, Osamu Tezuka, the person who originated the anime art style, he was inspired by Western animation when he made the anime art style. So couldn't you make the theoretical but also, I won't lie, kind of pretentious argument that, anime is just Western animation? So anime doesn't exist, it's all Western animation? Exactly. I'm joking. I'm not making that argument. I'm not making that argument at all. I guess what I'm trying to what I'm trying to say overall, chat, is I do think that anime doesn't exist. Anime is not real. Anime is fake. That shit is not real. As a matter of fact, the country of Japan's not real. That doesn't exist. That's not a real place. Get out of here. Anime, Japan. Now you're just making stuff up. What's a Japan? Can I cook with a Japan? Or are you talking about bread? Or are you saying like ya bread? Because I know in certain countries, I think Swedish, the J sound makes like a Y sound, so it's a ya bread. Japan. Yep, Japan. Japanese. They like their bread over there. Shouts to Yokotai, Japan. An anime I never finished, but I want to watch it again because it was kind of funny. I would mention the anti-US Japanese propaganda anime during World War II. But that is a bit too low for this topic. Yeah. I mean, look, World War II was a crazy time, alright? We had our own anti-Japan propaganda. I watched them. Those were interesting, especially the Popeye ones, or even the Superman ones, like the Fleischer Superman ones. It's just Asians stealing a white man's work, just like how white women steal black women's hair braids. Exactly. Even though braids have existed in other countries besides, Africa, like, I don't. Though I will say one of them inspired Cuphead. Yep. Oh my god. But getting back on topic, chat. Like, I'm not trying to say that, you know, anime is Western anime is essentially just Western animation. What I'm trying to say is what our idea of what anime could be might be a wee bit skewed, is essentially what I'm trying to get at with this whole topic. Now, I'm not saying we should go about saying that, you know, things that we make nowadays are anime, but I think we need a new word for it, because I don't think saying it's anime styled does these cartoons justice. How much does influence the label? That's the question, isn't it? Because like I said, going back to shows I mentioned before, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, or Code Lyoko, or Boondocks, you look at those shows and it oozes out anime influence. Versus, say, cartoons like Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab, or Samurai Jack that Sledge mentioned. With those cartoons, we don't think anime with those cartoons, but we definitely see the references to anime in those cartoons. Versus the first three that I mentioned, where it's oozing influence. I'm good at rewording questions, not answering them. Good. I want you to be on the opposite end here. I want you to start answering the questions. Because I have a lot of questions. And I have no answers. I'm joking, chat. I have some answers, but my answers could be wrong. So who knows? I just thought this was a fun topic. Because I know my friend Morphbox, if he were here right now, he would definitely weigh in on what he thinks is, you know, anime and what's not. Because, like I said, it's kind of hard to say something is only just anime inspired and it's not anime when they do very anime things in their shows. May I remind you, Avatar: The Last Airbender unironically has a beach episode. I don't care what argument you make, but if you have an unironic beach episode to put your female characters in swimsuits, you're a fucking anime. You're a goddamn anime. That is a definite proof in my book. That was in season 4, if I recall correctly. It was Azula and her posse. They went to the beach and they were just hanging out in their swimsuits. That happened. That's anime as fuck. Don't you lie to me, chat. They unironically pulled the inevitable beach episode shit. Oh my god. Oh man, I'm not trying to speak for everyone here, but we're all boomers. But can we agree to put the Western anime post 2014 into not anime category? Or at least trash? Are you talking about... Sledge, are you talking about, like, are you talking about, like, Cal Arts shit? Like, clearly the people who made those shitty Cal Art shows, they're definitely influenced by anime, but it's when I see anime influences in those cartoons, though, it doesn't feel right, you know? It doesn't, how do I describe it? What's a good example of what I'm talking about? I don't want to pick on anything easy like, Thundercats Roar because, well, I never watched Thundercats Roar, and I don't want to watch Thundercats Roar, but I have watched a little bit of Steven Universe. And there's definitely some anime inspiration with that one, though done terribly. And also, what's this? Let's go with that. You're an anime if you have a beach episode. Exactly. If you want to be a definitive anime, just have a beach episode. There you go. You're an anime if you have a beach episode. We solved it, chat. Discussion's over. If you have a beach episode or a pool episode, you're an anime. You're an anime if you have that. I'm joking. I know Ruby is defined as anime influence, but I'm sure some people call it anime too. Here's the thing, Hero. Some people do. Some people unironically call Ruby anime. And with that one, right? That's made by Rooster Teeth, and Rooster Teeth, as far as I'm aware, makes their own shit. Like they didn't outsource any of like the their animation for the 3D like combat and stuff to a different Eastern studio. So as far as we know, yeah, that's just completely Western made, but people call it anime because it has the anime art style. And some of the fight scenes, when, you know, done right, can look like an anime action show. So is that anime? Is it anime even though they have no Eastern studios helping them? Is it just the art style that makes it anime? Like, chat, I keep going back to this question because I believe it was like like I said before, I'm going with the Buddhist philosophy of like, what makes the wheelbarrow a wheelbarrow? A wheelbarrow? Is it like the main part of the wheelbarrow? Is it the wheel? Is it the handles of the wheelbarrow? Or is it all the parts all together? I think the art style is not enough to make it an anime. Okay, that's interesting. That's a very interesting take. Though, would you agree that the art style is definitely the most... What's the word? The anime art style would be like the most identifiable part of an anime, we'll say. Also, exactly, CalArts. It's Tumblr Kawaii Desu Anime. Yeah, I hate that shit too, Sledge. I hate that shit too. Gumball gets a pass because it's self-aware. Well, Gumball, the creator of Gumball, I think he's just based. I think he's just kind of based, I'm not gonna lie. He's definitely more aware of, like, the shit, and I think he just wants to have fun and draw. I don't think he's trying to be a pretentious asshole like a lot of CalArts, like a lot of other CalArts artists. I think I should just say Cal artists. That sounds way better than CalArt artists. Which is why the phrase anime influence exists at all. If it were enough, the phrase would not be needed. True. But Hero, what exactly do they mean by anime influenced? Influenced in terms of what? Just art style? Or is it influenced in terms of writing? Because, like you said, the art style is not enough to make it an anime. What are the other parts that make it an anime? And are those parts that make it an anime more important than the art style? Or do you need everything to come together? Yes, the art style will be what makes you think this is probably anime, but it's the first thing you see and it's an aspect of anime. Yep, that's true. I'll keep saying this again and again, chat. I'm trying to get to the bottom of what makes anime an anime. Is it just, okay, Japanese person, made for Japanese audience, drawn in this very Japanese style, that's anime, that's it? If I dig deeper and see it's an American studio, I would think, oh, it's anime influenced. Okay. So wait, Hero, what's your opinion on, the Transformers anime? Because Transformers, like I said, it's an American IP/product, but they definitely had a famous, you know, animation studio make it. But then what about Japanese studios that hire Americans? Ooh, now that's a curveball I didn't consider. So the studio's Japanese, but they're hiring Americans to also help with the animation? Is that what you mean? Because that just muddies the question even more. So is it not so just based on that question, I don't think the franchise's origins matters. Okay, that's we can agree on that. I think we can definitely agree on that. I don't think like where the product, you know, comes from matters. But then again, how do you feel about Batman the Animated Series? So, while we can, you know, negate the fact that, you know, it's an American product, they definitely outsourced the animation to multiple East Asian studios. The artist's origins and their art style's origins would make it anime? But by that logic, that's like artist origin is franchise origin. Well, actually, that's not true. That's not true at all. I take that back. Because I remember a comic. I remember a comic that was made by a person who I believe is German, but he made a French comic that was called Tintin. Hold on, chat. For my own curiosity, let me say something here. Hold on, let me look up something here. Tintin. That was made by a. Okay, he was made by someone from he's okay. So the cartoonist who made Tintin was Belgian, but all his shit is in French. Cause I mostly view Tintin as a French kind of cartoon, even though the person who made it was Belgian. You were literally talking about a show made by 5 Asian countries. Yeah, Batman the Animated Series was animated by 5 different Asian countries. But does that make it anime? Because they're all East Asian. And as I said earlier in the stream, people are more willing to accept that Koreans can make anime for whatever reason. Also, Sledge is saying, here's a better question. Can a Western-made animation ascend to be an anime? As in it has the hybrid look, but the story and the world is also based off Japanese culture and mythology. Ooh. That's a good question, Sledge. Can something that's Western made just turn what we typically perceive to be anime now? Especially if they go off Japanese culture / mythology. I assume you mean like the setting and the characters, they're all essentially just Japanese. Like it's all Japanese. The style is Japanese. The characters are all Japanese. It has all the tropes and whatnot you would find in a typical Japanese anime. But the studio that makes it is not Japanese. Would that then be anime? And they just speak English because the company originates in the West. Actually, it would be funny, Sledge. What if they hire Japanese voice actors to voice it? Then even the people who are like sub only would probably be confused too. That would be funny. I want an American studio, or not even American, just I want any Western studio to do that. I want them to make a show with all Japanese characters based on Japanese culture, and the show looks very anime, and all the voice actors are Japanese. What would the weebs say? What would the weebs have to say to that? I want to know. How would they react to that shit? Oh my god. Also, I would not call that anime if it's Western made, but eventually the word may change in definition, where one day I would have to use the word in a way where it keeps changing. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I do see where you're coming from. I do see where you're coming from, Hero. Because, you know, linguistics and whatnot. Because, you know, the West, we perceive anime to be this specific thing, whereas, you know, Japan anime is just any animation. I guess why not? I mentioned before, but what's stopping Samurai and Jack and Kappa Mikey from being ascended? Well, for Kappa Mikey, in particular, I think a lot of purist weebs would probably look at Kappa Mikey and say, well, yeah, it has an anime art style, but it's so shittily done and so cheaply done. You could tell it doesn't look like an anime just because how low effort they put into it. Even though a lot of anime is made cheaply and animated in 3s to save money and shit like that. As for Samurai Jack, the style that Samurai Jack has is not really common for, like, you know, anything that's considered anime. So people would just say that's just not anime just based on art style alone. Even though you could argue, like, the tone and just, you know, the character that Jack is, because keep in mind, Jack is not his real name. Jack is just what people just call him. Actually, you know what, chat? I never seen Samurai Jack season, like the last season of Samurai Jack yet. Did they ever reveal his name? Like his actual name? I don't think Samurai Jack's real name has ever been revealed. I think they just continue to call it. Yeah, I never saw it. Okay. Oh, you never saw the 5th season, or you never saw Samurai Jack, period? I think you mean like the 5th season. But is Samurai Jack made in Japan? Well, let's find out. I don't think it is, but you never know. Because the animation in Samurai Jack is pretty good. Hold on. Samurai Jack. Was any animation outsourced to any East Asian countries? Gotta stream the series on this wooden ship of mine, exactly. This wooden ship of yours, Sledge. Are you sailing the high seas with that one? Hold on. Because I do know that Samurai Jack is a Gendy Tartakovsky cartoon. But I don't think Gendy outsources his animation. Or does he? I have no clue. Does he though? Hold on. Production companies, William Street. No, I think Samurai Jack is completely just Western made. Yeah, I don't think there's any outsourcing of animation. I mean, I don't think, yeah, like I said before, I don't think Gendy Tartakovsky outsources any of his animation. I think he just kind of just does all that shit in-house. Oh, wait, hold on, what I find here? Hold on, wait a minute. What did I just find here? What's this? Animation outsourced to Rough Draft Korea. Wait, what the fuck? Huh? What? Chad, this is a weird thing to read. I'm looking at Wikipedia right now, and this is just a weird read. Rough Draft Studios Incorporated is an American animation production studio based in Glendale, California, with a sister studio in Glendale, with a second studio in Glendale and its sister studio, Rough Draft Korea, located in Seoul, South Korea. So wait, what? So it was animated in Korea or not? I think it was. I mean, it says Rough Draft Korea, but it says that Rough Draft is an American company. I read that weird. What the fuck? What the fuck? And there's also Digital Imation, which that's just a South Korean studio. Okay, so there was some outsourcing going on. Imagine if he hired Japanese artists for Samurai Jack and they come over to the West and start trying to emulate Western stylings while he hired them to get an anime styling. That would be pretty funny, not gonna lie. Like, I hired you to make anime. Why are you making Western cartoon? Or something, I don't know. But I don't know, chat. I don't know at this point. The mystery of what anime is a mystery to me. You know what? Let me show you something undeniably anime. Hold on. Wait. I'll show you something undeniably anime. Hold on, give me a second here. Here's an anime for you. Yep, this shit right here, this is definitely anime. Cory in the house. 100% undeniable anime. This right here, this is anime, right here. Cory in the house. This is everyone's favorite anime. You can't deny this, chat. You can't deny this. I'm joking, Shaq. I can't. I can't. Oh yeah, it was definitely made in Japan. It was fucking... I can't with that one. Why was that a meme? Why the fuck was that a meme? I think it was because... I think it was like an accidental listing of Cory in the House being anime or some shit. So I had to reference that. I don't remember the origins of why that was considered anime or some shit. It was dumb. But anyway, and before the debate gets answered simply by asking native Japanese opinions on hybrid cartoons. You know what? That's a fair point, Sledge. How do the Japanese feel about shows like Avatar and Kolyoko? Actually, you know what's funny, Sledge? You know what's funny, Sledge? There actually was a famous Japanese animator who did give his take on that. And I forget what his name was. But this guy said that Boondocks was definitely anime. So take that for what you will. I wish hold on. Can I find this guy? Let me look him up. I want to find who this guy was. I want to find who this guy was, because that happened. Hold on. Japanese animator saying Boondocks is anime. That happened. Hold on. Hold on. Who was he? Who was he? I remember the scenario, but I don't remember who it was. Like someone who works at like a famous Japanese studio said that Boondocks was anime. Wait, what the fuck was his name? Was he in Madhouse? Was he from Madhouse? I mean, if he was from Madhouse, that would make sense considering Boondocks was animated in Madhouse. What the fuck? Who the hell is this guy? Oh my god. I should have looked that guy up prior to the stream, chat, because he's definitely relevant to this discussion. Because just like what Sledge brought up, what if you asked native Japanese opinions on hybrid anime cartoons? And that guy would definitely fit the bill. I wish I remember what his name was. I have to laugh remembering Hayao Miyazaki almost punching another dude for being called the Japanese Walt Disney. I mean, I know Miyazaki hates that, but is the dude wrong though? Is the dude wrong though? Is he wrong though, chat? Is he wrong? I don't care what Miyazaki has to say about it. Is the other guy wrong though? With the way how Studio Ghibli animates their fucking movies, and like the influence those movies have on like people who watch them, that's a fair statement to say. Like, I wouldn't be offended if I were Miyazaki. I would take that as a compliment. But Miyazaki being Miyazaki, obviously he's gonna get ass mad on that at that, so it's... You know what? You know what, chat? Miyazaki was right. Anime was a mistake. That's the true takeaway from this stream, chat. Anime was a mistake. To be fair, Walt making those World War II propaganda tunes was probably a factor. You know what? That's also fair. And I also know that Miyazaki, due to World War II happening, he had some heavy hatred for the U.S. in particular, and the West. So that makes sense. What's this? Well, they could say it's anime because it's animation to them, unless some Japanese animators use the Western definition of anime, which is actually possible. Here's the thing, Hero. The Japanese person, the Japanese animator who I was talking about, he did use the Western definition. He did use the Western definition of anime. when he was talking about how Boondocks is an anime. Also, yes, Boondocks is animation, and that's their definition of anime. It's not the same as our definition. I will reply, my head is not frozen in a secret underground compound. I'm not Walt Disney yet. Yep. But, yeah. I really wish I could find who this guy was. This Japanese animator. Because that was just... That's a very relevant... That's very relevant to this topic, chat. He said that Boondocks was definitely anime. By our definition. By our definition. So take that for what you will. I currently can't prove it right now because I don't have the sauce for that. And I feel like an asshole for not having the sauce for that. Because I remember this scenario vividly, but I can't find it, even though I'm scouring the internet for it. I'm going crazy just looking shit up right now, trying to find this motherfucker. I don't even know what his name was. Who are you? Who are you, guy who said Boondocks was anime, who works at an anime studio? Fuck! He'll forever remain a mystery, chat. I apologize. He'll forever be a legend until I prove him real. I have the biggest brain take ever. Is Western hentai anime? Oh my god. Oh my god, Sledge. 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 So anything Zone makes, right? or Deperxion. Wait, am I saying his name right? Deperxion? 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 You know what I'm talking about, right? Deperxion? I'm probably saying his name super wrong. But you know who I'm talking about if you're cultured. The way how Deperxion animates, same with Zone, the way how they animate their hentai, that is incredibly, like, you can tell what they watched to get inspired from that to get inspired to make that shit. Then again, you opened up another can of worms, Sledge. Some people don't even consider hentai to be anime, which that's just bizarre to me. That's just bizarre to me. That's just incredibly bizarre to me. The people who say the hentai is not anime, it's 100% anime. Are you crazy? It's just adult anime. Like, what kind of question is that? What kind of take is that? Also, is it sexy? I say it's anime. You know what? There you have it, folks. Sledge just figured it out. Sledge's answer is better than my beach episode answer. Does it turn you on? It's an anime. There you go, because all anime is sexy. There's never been anime that has ever looked unattractive that makes you want to vomit when you see it. Well, you know my answer. Yep. I know your answer, Hero. I know your answer. Oh my god. Oh fuck, chat, I completely forgot about Afro Samurai. I completely forgot about Afro Samurai. That's a show that exists. That's definitely an anime, right? Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Afro Samurai. Afro Samurai was 100% made by a Japanese studio, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Wait, no, but for real, Western cartoons are so fugly that unironically it's why they're trying to steal anime style, bruh. Yeah, like, and I'm not even talking about like gross out cartoons from like mid 2000s, like 90s to early 2000s. Like, there were some styles that I saw made by, you know, cartoonists. I'm just like, what is this creature that you've made? This is supposed to be a human being? What the fuck? This is not a human being in the slightest. Okay. So wait, Hero. I have a question for you, Hero. Do you consider Afro Samurai to be anime? Because I think by your definition, Afro Samurai is anime. Because the person who wrote Afro Samurai is Japanese. And he got, obviously, he got Studio Gonzo to make the animation, which is a Japanese studio. But I'm not sure if the audience for it was supposed to be Japanese. You know what, chat? Weirdly enough, that's one aspect that I brought up but I completely forgot about. What about intended audiences? Because I don't think Afro Samurai was supposed to be for a Japanese audience, even though it's made by a Japanese person who animated it in a Japanese studio. But the influence that's on Afro Samurai almost makes it seem like it was made for Americans. But this is definitely a Japanese product. Like, this is objectively a Japanese product. Afro Samurai. Is that anime? I need to take blood tests to confirm if they made anime or not. It could be. I'll have to know more, yeah. I mean, I gave you essentially all the important details. Like, the country of origin is, in fact, Japan. Like, it's like I said, it's a Japanese product. The person was born in Japan. He's Japanese ethnically. He was inspired by soul music and hip hop music, and he made a. Does it share anime styling? Yes, it has an anime style to it. Like it has, like, it's an actual anime. Like the styling is what you expect from a typical anime. Not even like a hybrid. It would be an anime with a bit of Western stylings. Okay, you could make the argument it has some Western stylings to it. Even though when you look at it, you're definitely going to see more anime than Western styling to it. Especially considering Afro Samurai takes place in Japan. Oh, it isn't a hybrid? No, it's not a hybrid. It's not a hybrid at all. Like, the influence is American, but like I said, everything, like, it's mostly Japanese. Hold on, let me see if I can... Actually, hold on, let me... Hold on. Wait a minute. You know what, chat? Let me see if I can find, like... Whoa. That was weird. Anyway, let me see if I can find, like... maybe a YouTube video or something that shows off a little bit of animation from, like, Afro Samurai. Hold on. Afro Samurai. An American story can be made into an anime. I don't think the content matters as much as the origins of the work and the stylings. Okay, but here's the thing. Hero, Afro Samurai is not an American story. It's completely Japanese made. That's what I'm trying to get to understand. It's completely Japanese made. A man in Japan made a story about a black man in Japan who's a samurai. It's a 100% Japanese-made product. That's what I'm trying to say. He was just inspired by black people, like black people culture and shit. But the origin of the product is ultimately Japanese. It's just his Japanese take on something that's American. Hold on. Let me see if I can get, like... I wonder if Twitch will get all pissy if I show any scene from if I show any scene from Afro Samurai, because it's pretty violent. It is a pretty violent series. Hold on, I'm trying to find like a good. Then again, even if I show it, the YouTube quality on these uploads is kind of shit. Like, I found an Afro Samurai scene, but it's in 4080p. What is going on here? Oh, this shit was uploaded 11 years ago. Fuck that. Also, what was that, Sledge? Hold on. My god, Steven Universe now makes sense. You want to know my honest opinion, as cheesy as it sounds? What is your opinion, Sledge? You can just say it. What's your opinion? What's your opinion? The soul. It's an oversimplification, but you can tell when someone truly loves Japan/anime culture and who's just grifting for tourists. And you know what? You know what, Sledge? Even though your opinion is absolutely cheesy, I actually agree with you. And that's kind of why... Not saying that this is the answer, but this is my personal take on what makes anime anime. There's a certain type of culture that's in anime that, while it is Japanese in origin, there's also a type of passion that I think transcends, you know, just the nation of Japan itself. It's that kind of passion you get, like that thrill you get, like when you say you watch like an anime like Gurren Lagann, right? Like you're watching Gurren Lagann, right? And it's like near the end of the series, and you start hearing "Row, fight the power," like that shit, like that transcends like the origin of like the country of origin. Like that's just something that we can universally speak to. Like anime in itself is just something that just speaks to certain type of people, because there are just people who just don't like anime, whether it be because of the style, or maybe they just don't like any of the tropes that happen in anime. Maybe they don't like how it's animated. Maybe they think it's dumb because it doesn't speak to them. Like we can see something and think anime, even if it's not styled like anime. Like I get where you're coming from, and I actually agree. But if we're trying to be objective about this, if we're trying to be objective about this, that wouldn't be a good answer. If you're trying to be objective about it, even though I agree with that answer. That's what I was saying about it's like test about identifying porn in court. The judge knows it when he sees it. Yeah, there's also people who see anime style animation and don't understand that there's already exists another definition in contention with the way they use it. Yeah. Can I find a goddamn Afro Samurai clip that isn't like in 2080p? Chat, I'm struggling here. I'm finding a bunch of clips, but they're all so low def because they're all uploaded like at most 10 years ago, and at earliest 5 years ago. What is going on here? I mean, I know it's an old show. I know it's an old show and not many people really talk about it anymore. But like, come on, man. I don't want to show you low def shit. To be fair, anime coming out of Netflix is soulless. God, I feel pity for the animation company that has to do He-Man, Tomb Raider, and Devil May Cry. They aren't going to recover. Yeah, that's another thing too, Sledge. That's kind of also why I agree with you. Anything that Netflix turns out, I have no interest in. With the exception of JoJo Part 6. But even then, I've seen clips of JoJo Part 6, and while I think it's overall good, I think it's just good because it's JoJo, not because how they handled the adaptation, because they did censor some things. They censored quite a bit of stuff in JoJo Part 6 anime. I didn't watch it completely, but there are definitely some scenes that are not exactly how I remember from the manga. And I'm a little bit like, I don't know about this one. I mean, Sledge, not even just like the language spoken, I'm talking about what they're showing. Like, there are just certain scenes that are just gone that were in the manga that are not in the anime. Some I can I link one? It's better than 4080p? Yeah, sure, go for it, Hero. Go for it. Like there is a Twitch, don't get all into tizzy about this, Twitch. Don't get all tizzy about this, Twitch. Or YouTube. There was a weird scene. I honestly forget the context, but essentially Jolene was masturbating in prison. Now, obviously, you don't show that in full display. Like that's not shown in full display in the manga or anything like that. But we know what she did in that certain part, you know. They also censored Jolene calling Foo Fighters a queer with how she threw a ball and shit like that. Like there's certain dialogue that by today's sensibilities when, you know, it wouldn't get a pass nowadays. And they censored that in the anime. Not even just for Western audiences, but also for the Japanese audience too. So yeah, 6 has some censorship issues. There's a lot more that I'm leaving out because I don't want to go too deep into that topic because that's not today's topic. And also, hello there, Daimao. The Godfather is my favorite Ghibli film. Ah, yes. Yes, chat. The Godfather is the best Ghibli film. Why wasn't she turned on by her cellmate for raping someone in the moonlight made it worse? I think that was the context, yeah. I think that was the context. It was something fucked up. It was something fucked up that turned Jolene on. And they completely omitted that in the anime. How typical. They take back the word, then they don't allow us to use it. Eye roll, exactly. Also, welcome, Morphbox. See you're here today. You actually missed quite a bit. We were talking about, you know, we were essentially getting to the nitty-gritty of like what makes anime. I brought up Afro Samurai just now, and Afro Samurai, fun fact, is completely Japanese made, believe it or not. I actually didn't even know that. I actually didn't even know that Afro Samurai was completely Japanese made. Like the person who wrote the story of Afro Samurai is Japanese, who just likes soul music and hip hop, and he wanted to make an anime about a black guy in Japan with a big afro. We also talked about Batman the Animated Series, how, you know, that's an American cartoon, and the animation for that show was outsourced to a bunch of East Asian studios. We also talked about Avatar: The Last Airbender. We also talked about Boondocks. We also talked about Code Lyoko. Well, we didn't go too deep into Code Lyoko. I mentioned Code Lyoko here and there. But yeah, I mentioned Code Lyoko. I also mentioned King of the Hill and how it's a slice of life American cartoon that can definitely pull off being an anime, I think. Even though the style is definitely not anime, it has that same enjoyment you get from a slice of life anime. And yes, I'm aware that Samuel L. Jackson's a big anime nerd who loves hentai. I've seen that clip. Oh yeah, and Morph, I also joked about how Avatar: The Last Airbender is 100% anime solely due to the fact that it did the beach episode. And I stand by that statement. Anime: The Last Airbender is 100% an anime because it unironically did a beach episode. It did a beach episode with Azula and the girls in their swimsuits. That makes it an anime. I will have any ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's it. That's anime shit right there. We talked about the movie cast away being anime, and because it's essentially a beach episode. Yep. Anyway, oh wait, shit. Let me look at that thing you posted, Hero. Let me see here. Oh, the bridge fight scene. Oh, it's in 1080p. Yeah, I can show this. I can show this real quick. Hold on. Let me. God damn it. Hold on. Give me a second here, chat, while I prepare. Okay, so now we're here. Let me give the song here a mute. Wait, was it this button? Wait, what was the button? Oh, nope, that's not the button. I'll just use OBS. There we go. Okay, so there's no sound coming from the playlist I have. Now we're going to put on the actual audio here. Okay, chat, I'm seeing it set up. We're gonna watch a clip. We're gonna watch a clip. Okay, hold on, let's see here. There we go. There we go. We're gonna watch some Afro Samurai.
The legendary #1.
Hold on, let me turn that shit down. I don't know if that's super loud for you guys. I don't want to blast in your ears.
Headband. Its promise is power.
This shit right here is anime, chat.
Immortality.
By Hero's definition, this is anime.
One that is greater than any man.
Because like I said, this show, Afro Samurai, completely a Japanese product.
No soul who
Complete Japanese product.
tattered grace has ever escaped.
This is not American made
Its infinite burden.
or Western made. Animated by studio. Also, chat, is this too loud or is it just the right volume? Because if it's too loud, I'll lower it. Or if it's too quiet, I'll up it. It's the right volume? Okay, cool. I think anime has to come from Japanese artists and be an anime style. It's a combination of both, mostly because I grew up with that definition and it never stopped making sense to me. Yeah. And I think the studio was Madhouse? Okay. And here, I get it. Like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, Hero. Because that's most people's definition of what anime is. I'm just saying that I think we've kind of reached a point where what we call anime is definitely evolving in some type of capacity. Because people outside of Japan have proven that they can make anime, in my opinion. And shows like the previous shows I've mentioned before in this chat, I think is evidence of that. But by that logic, wait, hold on. Oh, oh, goddamn, I got confused. I was like, wait a minute. Morph was on Rumble, but now he's on Kick. What the fuck? Anyway, but by that logic, then the real Ghostbusters is anime because it was anime in Japan. And Morph, that's essentially what I've been trying to get to, like, the bottom of this whole stream. What makes anime anime? Is it the style? Like the art style? Is it the animation studio? Is it the culture that comes from Japan that has influence on the animation? Or as Sledge put it, is it the soul? Is it the soul that makes it anime? Also, Twitch, calm down. I know it's bloody, but it's fine. It's fine. I have the appropriate tags and shit. I think. Actually, I don't think I do. Fuck. Well, I kind of don't give a shit if I get in trouble on Twitch, just because Twitch sucks. And like, if Twitch gives me a reason to not use it anymore, I don't care. So yeah. So would people deny that this is anime? Because like I said, complete Japanese product right here. Also, what's this? Here's several examples. Batman the anime. Yeah. Daima, we actually talked about Batman. We did. We didn't talk about Animaniacs actually. We did not touch upon Animaniacs. I'm just saying you can see the animation wear its inspiration on its sleeves. God, I wish. So I gotta watch Samurai Champloo as well. Yeah, I watched Samurai Champloo. Samurai Champloo is fucking goated. Which, to be fair, it's goated because the guy who made Samurai Champloo also made Cowboy Bebop. And Cowboy Bebop's also goated, so it's just like... makes sense. Same writer, same type of... kind of a similar feel to it, you know? Even though the setting's different. Afro Samurai came out around same time as Samurai Champloo. Okay. I could have swore Afro Samurai came out a little bit later, like a year or two later, but I could be wrong. But look at this animation, chat. Look at this. Japanese animation studio. It's made by a Japanese person about a man with an afro in Japan. Yes, that is definitely what we probably consider anime. Anyway, back to here. What's this? Hell, Cowboy Bebop wasn't popular in Japan, but it was popular worldwide. I mean, for what Morph told me, Daimao, Morph told me that it wasn't popular in Japan due to the fact they had Japanese voices, and people wanted, like, English voices for the cast or something like that. Morph, is that correct? I'm pretty sure that's correct. Oh, what's this? I say it's anime, not anime influence, but looks like Western comic book influence to me. Wait, are you talking about Afro Samurai? Here, are you saying that Afro Samurai looks Western comic book influenced? Okay, interesting. So wait, you do overall agree that it's anime, but you're finding elements... No, I don't believe you said that? Okay, never mind then. I could have swore you were the ones who said that, Morph, I could have swore you said that, Cowboy Bebop wasn't popular in Japan initially, but then it gained some traction when the dub came out, like the English dub. But I could be wrong, I don't know. Also, what's that howl for, Morph? Who are you howling at? Who are you howling? Oh, for Hero. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, Morph is talking to you, Hero. He's saying, I guess he's saying how to your Afro Samurai looks Western comic book influenced. I mean, I also have to say how too. I don't really see the comic book influence to it. I mean, maybe it's because technically Afro Samurai is black, so he kind of looks, you know, very different from like most characters in the anime. The movement and the character designs look like gritty Western comics, especially the limbs. Ah. I mean, I've seen other anime I've seen other anime have that sort of gritty style, though. I mean, hell, Berserk comes to mind. Berserk definitely has that gritty style. Hellsing has that gritty style. Fucking, what's another one? What's another good one? I hate my brain sometimes. I literally had it in my mind and I forgot it. Also, what's this? I just thought of something. Can the Japanese turn Western cartoons into a hybrid? I swear a company made an anime show of Felix the Cat. Baby Felix from Radix Ace Entertainment, apparently. Can a Japanese turn a Western cartoon into a hybrid? Would you count Powerpuff Girls Z? Would you count Powerpuff Girls Z? And Hero says almost bulbous. And then Morphbox responds with, okay, but then Mugen is Western comic inspired then, especially with his movement. There are several gritty anime from the late 90s to 2000s, exactly. I thought there was more gritty anime in the 80s, though. Oh, goddamn, I just realized. Fist of the North Star. And that's... Wait, was Fist of the North Star 80s or was that 70s? I think Fist of the North Star was like late 70s, early 80s. Yep, because they could show lots of gore, exactly. Hold on, Fist of the North Star. I'm pretty sure Fist of the North Star was 80s. Fist of the North Star. That's definitely 80s. Like, Fist of the North Star screams 80s. Yeah, that's why, yeah. Fist of the North Star is 80s. That's what I thought. I was like, wait a minute, no, that's not 70s, that's 80s. Fist of the North Star is the most 80s fucking anime, I swear. That's a really 80s anime, Fist of the North Star. I actually watched the entire animated series, like the old ass anime. Despite the animation, chat, I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend giving Fist of the North Star a shot if you haven't watched it. You're definitely gonna see moments where, like, yeah, there were some episodes that were very low budget, but man, it was so good, chat. I love the story of Fist of the North Star. Does Devilman count? I also know Violence Jack. Maybe. Pretty much anything made by Go Nagai is going to be gritty and fucked up because that's just who Go Nagai is. Yeah. So chat, we're actually reaching near the end of our stream. So I guess to just put everything in perspective of what we discussed so far. I think Hero, you and I can agree that where the person necessarily comes from doesn't really matter? Or would you agree that the animation studio matters more than the person who's creating the product in itself? Would you agree with that, or do you have a point of contention with that? Because I don't think it's... I think it's safe to say that, you know, you don't necessarily need to be Japanese to make an anime. Because, I mean, Transformers exist. The Transformer animes exist. Those are absolutely anime, and they are not Japanese made in origin. Define where they come from, because you could have an immigrant living in Japan. Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. When I say comes from, like, not like ethnically. So like I was saying, like the argument from earlier, how what if you had a person who's ethnically Japanese, but he was born in, say, America. He has like Japanese parents who are from Japan who brought some of their culture over, but the person who's making the anime is American because he's American born, but ethnically Japanese, and has a little Japanese culture from his parents. And if he decides to make his own series and then, you know, outsource a studio in Japan to make an anime for him, is that anime? And there's also the reverse of that, which, let's say someone who's not ethnically Japanese who's born in Japan, is raised the Japanese way, and that person decides to make their own animation in Japan, is that anime? Does that really matter? Personally, I don't really think the origins ethnically or even like where they're born at really matters. Unless you want to make the argument that the Japanese culture is a really significant part of what makes anime, which I can see the argument for that. Yeah, I know that's why you're making jokes about the blood tests. But essentially, I was trying to get to the bottom of like, does the ethnicity really matter? I say no. I don't think the ethnicity/race matters in terms of who can make an anime. I would say the culture that you are influenced by is a greater factor of what makes an anime. But then again, you have shows like King of the Hill, which are definitely not anime, but can pull off a really good slice of life type of show like an anime slice of life. Because, well, let's face it, King of the Hill is a slice of life show. If King of the Hill had an anime art style to it, would that then make it anime? Would it be a slice of life anime if it had an anime art style and was made by a Japanese studio? Also, sorry, I was kind of rambling there. Let me see what chat's saying. What about French studio collabs? That happened with several anime productions, like Devilman Crybaby. Yep. There's also Pop Team Epic. I still stand by my position. Does it have the passion, soul, and understanding of the original medium? If all three, then it's earned my respect as anime to me, and I agree with that. Tezuka was inspired by Disney and Fleischer, though, since he's the father. I mentioned that earlier, Morphbox. I brought that up. You don't even have to live in Japan if that's the only consideration is the culture. You can be influenced by it elsewhere. Exactly. So the fact that you can be influenced by the culture, Hero, I think means that as long as you understand the culture, you can make anime wherever the hell you're from. So that's kind of why I'm like, okay, I think we can definitively say the ethnicity does not fucking matter. The culture matters more than the ethnicity. Now, does the studio matter? Does the studio matter? And actually, here's a better question. Does the studio have to be in Japan? I know it's not a strict definition, but let's play around with it for a little bit, Hero. So let's play around with that idea of a Japanese studio. So when we say Japanese studio, do we just mean a studio that's just in Japan? Or do we mean a studio that's well-versed in making what we know as anime? Because what if you had, say, an American studio that's known for making anime? Let's say it's a Japanese-owned studio that's in America that makes anime. Or what we typically define as anime. Does that still mean it's an anime studio because it's not in the country of Japan? Like, what if Studio Madhouse wasn't stationed in Japan, but they were stationed in America, but they still made, you know, the shows they made? Would they still be animation studio or an anime studio, or would that definition change? Obviously, I think that they would still be an anime studio regardless of whatever country they're at. If they have to be well versed, then a brand new studio who are just learning would not qualify, and I don't think that. Or you don't think that's true. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. So you're saying that if there's a brand new studio that's in a Western country, they're just learning how to make anime, they don't qualify as an anime studio? So let's say they mastered the craft of making anime while also not being in Japan. Would that be an anime studio then? since they're making animations we would typically define as anime. Because obviously I have my own position. I actually agree with Sledge on what anime is. Like, there's definitely a cultural influence there. It's not a question of is Western anime anime. The question is it worth the respect of being called anime? Okay. I mean, yeah, I get that, Sledge. But just so we don't fall into the trap that my one friend often falls into, are we talking about, I mean, I know you're talking about like the soul of anime, but are we also talking about the quality? Like, is it good or if it's bad? Now, obviously, you probably just mean solely the soul. Like, they have the understanding of what makes anime anime, and they respect it. But there are some people out there who says that even if you understand like the culture of anime, if your shit sucks, it's not anime, or it's not the thing that it is, or whatever. It's a weird position. I know. It's a really weird position. I know people like that who would argue that just because it's low quality, it therefore can't be the thing that it wants to be. But let's say you have a person who has the passion, soul, and understanding of the original medium of anime, and they make their own show. I mean, I don't care if the show is bad or good, it's still anime, in my opinion. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. But some people will argue otherwise. They would say, well, this show sucks, therefore it's not anime, because it has to be quality. I'm like, who says that a medium has to have quality to it? Quality of the medium is not what defines the medium. Like, sorry, Chad, I'm kind of rambling. I'm kind of ranting about a certain person whose opinions I like to make fun of a lot, who sometimes I talk to. He's not here right now, but god damn it, I need to really fucking teach that boy a lesson. Is it a cheap imitation Cough Ruby, or is it something that appreciates the medium and does its own thing, like Magus or Avatar: The Last Airbender? Whoa, Morphbox with the fighting words there. Damn. Whew. Holy shit. This man here is just like, Ruby's not anime because it sucks. I'm joking. Well, I will say this. The rule of thumb is dyed hair / pronouns is not anime. But that's just me, Sip. I mean, yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Sledge. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Morph. I mean, granted, I only ever seen, like, the first season of Ruby. And I want to say I saw the second season of Ruby. I don't remember, honestly. It's been, like, years since I even gave a little, like, even a tiniest bit of a shit about Ruby. But, like, I don't know. It seems anime enough. I don't know. It seems anime enough. Because, granted, like I said, I haven't seen Ruby in a long time, so for all I know, the people who made Ruby, or at least for the first season, definitely did have a passion for it. And later on, they just didn't give a shit about anime at all, so you can make the argument that maybe Season 3 and afterwards were definitely not anime, but Season 1 and 2 were. Because Season 1 and 2, from what I understand, and from what fans say, definitely had passion put behind it, even if it's not quality. So, who knows? I know Peter Claymore can speak about Ruby way better than I can, so if he were here, he can give us some more details on that. But I can't. I'm not well versed in the topic of Ruby, because I'm not really a Ruby fan. Also, this ties into the gatekeeping topic. To them, it's not anime, even if it does reach the threshold they have. Nope, not quality enough, not anime. I don't use that. Mainly just because I grew up with the definition. Yeah, I agree, Hero. That's really not a good definition of what makes anime. To say it's not quality enough. Now, granted, with Morph's cheap imitation comment, I think what he's trying to say is, well, someone made something in the style of anime, but they didn't understand what makes anime great, therefore it's not anime. It's sort of like it's a qualitative it's a sort of qualitative like take, but the quality is not based upon if it's written well. It's about, do you understand the medium well, essentially. So kind of what Sledge was saying. Like, they didn't understand the medium of anime and what makes it good, so therefore it can't be anime. Which I can kind of agree with that. But like I said, I don't really give a fuck about RWBY, chat. I don't give a fuck about RWBY. I only give a fuck about good anime. Like Cory in the House. Good. This is good anime right here. This is great anime, actually. Cory in the House is the best anime. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. 100% bona fide anime right here. Cory in the House. And if you deny this, you're a filthy pleb who needs to be gatekept out of watching anime. You are not worthy of having anime or God on your side. I don't know. RWBY, that's one of those only know about it for the prawn stuff, to be honest, which now that I think about it, if I know your show for fan lewds more than the actual product, not a great look. Yeah, Sledge. RWBY definitely has that Overwatch status. It definitely has that Overwatch status. Like there are more people who know like Overwatch characters more from those from the prawn than they do playing the actual game. You meant to say Megas. Megas XLR is a super robo through and through. Avatar understands shonen. RWBY only understands the surface level tropes and does nothing interesting with said tropes. Yep. That is true. Megas XLR is what... Oh my god, chat, I forgot to mention Megas XLR. What's wrong with me? Yeah, Megas XLR is just unironically super robo. It is unironically super robo, like 100%. Like, there's no denying that shit is super robo. And also, Elliot Rogers is a Death Note ripoff. Time out, what the fuck? You heard it here, folks. Elliot Rogers is a Death Note ripoff. Oh my god. Oh shit. Anyway, Shrek is my favorite anime hero. Anyway, I love show name. I know character from The Inside Out. Normie Coomer, yep. Die. Legit not funny. Yep, I'm going to die and going to... God damn it. Die, shut up. Die, shut the fuck up. Die, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Anyway. We've reached that time, chat. It's actually time to end the stream. It is 7:30 p.m. where I'm at, and I need to end the stream now. God won't accept me. I'm agnostic anyways. Lol. I like Marcus Aurelius. Wager, live a good life, etc., etc. Yeah, I agree. But anyways, thank you for the chat, everyone. I think this was a pretty good discussion. I think we probably could have gone a little bit more into certain things, but I have a very limited time on Wednesdays and Thursdays, so they have to be short, unfortunately. But soon in the future, when I get my alt tech streams going, Saturdays will be long as fuck, and we'll have essentially almost the entirety of the stream to talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. Because my Saturday streams are going to be like a mix of like discussion streams. I might also promote like indie shit too. And who knows? I might even chat with some of my friends from Sweet Release, who knows? But then again, they might not be up, considering, well, I'm a night owl. Morphbox will be up, but he'll be working, so who knows? Oh, so you're not allowed to be in discussions anymore? Yeah, Daimao. Your discussion privileges have been revoked, Daimao, with those lame jokes. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my chat, Daimao. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, chat. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. As for the topic for tomorrow, chat, chat, here's the topic for tomorrow. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to make an entire stream making fun of Joe Cat, but I'm just like, I don't really know about Joe Cat. Like, here's the thing, I don't really want to make a topic about particular people, even if they deserve to get fucking just shat on. I don't want to make an entire topic about this guy. I'd rather talk about, like, the reasons why he's kind of shit, like with his lame GTA 6 comment. His lame GTA 6 tweet, or yeah, what Morph said just now. Don't shit on people, shit on their ideas. Exactly, Hero. That's my thing. Like, don't get me wrong, we do kind of semi-shit on people when we have a main topic, but we're not, like, attacking them in particular. We're just attacking how they're expressing their ideas. I'm all about the ideas, chat. I don't give a fuck about the people. I'm all about the ideas. That's why I'm just like, I don't want to do the Joe Cat thing. Because I don't care about Joe Cat himself. I just care about the shitty ideas that he espouses. That's what I want to talk about. But there's also other topics I could talk about, chat. There's also, we could talk about how Twitch essentially failed to uphold their artistic nudity rule fairly. We could also talk about the appeal to triviality fallacy. Wait, who's Joe Cat again? Joe Cat is, I know he's like a D&D content creator. But he also made, like, that one song about liking girls, which was like a parody of like another song. But he made liking girls sound gay. Wait, Morph, did you get censored? Morph, did you get censored? Did you get censored, Morph? Did you drop cigarette? Did you drop cigarette in the Kick chat, and Kick censored you? Did you just get censored by Kick? I thought you were censoring yourself. You can't say cigarette? Cigarette's the word you're trying to say, right? Cigarette is the word you're trying to say. Damn, I guess Kick is not based after all. I guess Kick's not based after all. What's this? There's a growing mom mentality out there. Twitch should change their name to Tease. Kick is on Amazon servers. Well, that's why they don't use. That's why I don't use Twitch or Kick. Ah, okay. I vaguely heard talks about Kick being on Amazon servers. I didn't know if that was true. Let me say the fucking word. Sorry, no fun allowed, Morph. Kick says no fun allowed. You can't say cigarette. You can't say cigarette. What a bundle of sticks. Exactly. No, you dingus. Wait, what? Wait, who are you calling a cigarette? Wait, are you calling me a cigarette? Are you calling me a bundle of sticks, Smurfbox? I'm gonna give you shit later. You're a goddamn cigarette. You're a goddamn bundle of sticks. Wait, go into your settings, let me say, wait, it's based on me? Wait, hold on. It's based on me. Wait, I didn't know that. Wait. My settings. Also, you shut up, Daimao. Where are my settings at? Oh, moderation dashboard. Ah. Okay, so I'm on my moderation dashboard, blocked terms. I don't have anything blocked, though. And I also have the 18 plus mature audiences only thing here. I also don't even have advanced protection bought on, or any protection, but where the hell would I even go for that? Okay, I'm confused because I don't have anything in my settings that would make any type of censorship happen. That or I can't find it. Because I'm looking at my moderation thing right now, and in terms of channel actions, there's followers only chat, slow mode, emotes only, advanced bot protection, which is off, by the way. I have advanced bot, so no, I have a 18 plus mature audiences only turned on. There's a block terms thing, but I have nothing in block terms. Like, I don't block words. So I don't know why you can't say the word you want to say. And if I can change it, I don't know where I would go to change it. I'll do some investigation into this later, because I mean we're reaching 7:40 right now, and I should probably I should definitely end the stream. But anyway, chat, thank you all for showing up, and I hope to see you tomorrow. I'll probably talk about Twitch instead of. You know what? No, I'll double dip. I'll talk about the bad ideas that Joe Cat has, just real quick, and then the main topic will be about Twitch being shitty. I think that'll be more satisfactory. But anyway, chat, see you later. I gotta end the stream and get prepared. Later, chat. Have a good night.